Hi, I'm Graham Lewis. I'm a senior graduating in May and majoring in marketing. I'm going to go ahead and apologize. I have a pretty nasty cold that I'll be battling through during this video. This presentation is going to be about interview preparation. 9 times out of 10, the outcome of your interview will be decided before you even enter the office. You have to be prepared in order to be successful. The first thing you must do in order to be ready for your interview is to have the appropriate clothing. I will speak about business professional attire for men since that's my only expertise. You should have on a white or light blue shirt with matching tie, sport coat, pants, and shoes. As I was taught, Sperry's do not count as dress shoes. Don't have on any perfume or cologne since the interviewer may not like the smell. Your best bet is to have a couple of pieces of gum about 30 minutes before you enter the office. Lastly, take a leather-bound portfolio like this one into your interview. It should include extra copies of your resume, questions for the interviewer, a couple of pens, paper, and business cards if you have them. Your next step is understanding what the company does and what your role responsibilities would be. The best location to find what the company does is obviously the company website. You don't need to know every aspect of the company and its products and services, but you should be able to put together a quick elevator pitch to talk about what they do. I've had several interviews at high-tech companies where I needed to give a basic summary of what their business is. To learn more about your role, you should consult the job description, as well as employees who are currently in this role. But we'll get to that part later. As I mentioned earlier, you need to have a list of questions for the interviewer. Every interviewer I have had has left space for questions at the end of the interview. I prepare a long list of questions on a variety of topics to show my interest in the job, company, and the interviewer. Examples of these questions I have asked in the past are: who would I be reporting to? What kinds of training will be provided? What do I need to do in the first 6 months to be successful? What are common characteristics of employees who have been successful in this role? And what are the next steps in the interviewing process? Many of the questions you prepare will be answered during the first part of your interview. I prepare at least 10 questions per interviewer. On my interview question sheet, I also put notes on what the company does, the roles of those I'm interviewing with, and the people I have spoken with previously at the company. These are helpful notes to have so that you can review them while waiting for the interview. The last advice I would like to give is to cold call employees who are currently in your role. There are 3 big benefits to doing this. First, it's a great way to network, and you may develop a reference to help push you further into the interviewing process. Secondly, you can evaluate whether or not you want the job. And lastly, you can bring up your conversations in an interview, and you'll know much more information about the job and the company than other candidates. This will show interest in the company and ambition to achieve your goals. Very few candidates will call into current employees to actually learn what the job is like, and yet there are huge dividends that pay off for doing so. Thank you for your time and bearing with me through this video. I hope that I have helped you to become successful in your job hunt and you can learn from my mistakes and experiences.